So yeah, Mazzulla ball is legit, bro. Like legit. And that leads us on to kind of what Adrian Wojnarowski said yesterday, right? Woj, saying that he believes that at this point, that interim tag is kind of a formality, right? They've got to figure out how to part ways with Ime Udoka. I don't want to get into a discussion of whether Ime should coach again anywhere else. Like, that's for somebody else to decide. That's not our job. But Mazzulla should definitely be the guy that takes the reins long term, because if he can do this so quickly, what's he going to do in a year, 2 years, 3 years? And this offense at the minute, I'm looking at them like, is there a chance they could reach prime Warriors level offense? You know, because I don't think it's too far away. I think
that's spicy. I like that, though.
I think the off-ball movement needs to be better. One of the key concepts to the Warriors was Steph Curry just doesn't stop moving. Klay Thompson is just a hammer screen nightmare. Someone sets a hammer screen, he drops down into the corner, he lifts onto the wing. That movement, that adjustment there, getting guys moving off ball more, we're seeing it start to happen, but it needs to be at 4 or 5 levels better if we want to start looking at that type of prime Warriors offense.
And I think you really hit the nail on the head there, talking specifically about, I want to go back to player and development in terms of their environment. I have always been saying that players are a product of their environment and their situations. And that's for better or worse. Now, with the Celtics and the way that things have gone with Joe Mazzulla, I got to give him, even if they weren't this prolific on offense, just looking at them from like a record standpoint and the situation that he came into, like they're in the green right now in terms of the win column. And I just think that's so impressive considering the situation, coming in, subbing in for Ime Udoka, following a lot of this off-court drama going on. And this is following a finals appearance. Like the pressure was already really high for them to be good. And somehow they've exceeded that expectation with what they're doing right now. And yeah, with the whole tag and everything, it's just a matter of trying to basically remove Ime from position, right? Like they can't go ahead and just give out the title because they're still sorting that stuff out. But I don't think there's any question that Joe Mazzulla should be coach now. And that's regardless of what you think of the Ime situation. That's, again, at this point, it's all conjecture until something actually happens with that. But I think that the Celtics feel very comfortable and confident in Joe Mazzulla. Clearly, the players do. They've bought in so fast. This is so much faster. When you think about last season with everything that happened with Ime, there was a point in time where the Celtics were really, really struggling and the rotations weren't where you wanted them to be. There was a lot of figuring out what's going on with this defense. We're doing a lot of switching. Do we need to change that? How are you utilizing Rob? How are you utilizing Horford? Why do we keep, blowing these massive leads? And eventually things got clicking and they figured it out and they went on an absolute tear. And this year I don't know if it's the finals appearance, if there's just growth from the players overall, but they've hit the ground running in such a massive way. And for them to buy in that fast, Joe Mazzulla was getting praised last year as an assistant. Like in the finals, he was getting in the playoffs from Jason Tatum saying, I love Joe Mazzulla. So he was getting this kind of love, and it clearly just translated right away when he took over the helm, because this is probably the hottest start I've ever seen from the Celtics. Like, this is an insane start. And I don't even think that they've reached their full potential yet, because there's just so much room for growth here. They still need to figure out everything defensively. That's a given. Part of that's also because they don't have Rob. But then you're adding that kind of player in that situation, a guy who's a lob threat, who helps you clean up massively on the offensive boards. That's going to be huge with just like tip passes. He's also another excellent passer adding into the situation. Your spacing is going to change a little bit, but I'm wondering how they kind of change the lineup around there, because those starters, you could probably shuffle some people around. Maybe you don't go with double bigs. Who knows? These are questions for the future, but it's stuff to be excited about because we know that this team can still improve. And even then, right now, they're sitting at a pretty 12-3 as we have this recording going on. So I don't see any world where Joe Mazzulla doesn't deserve this. He's earned this right away, and I'm excited to see where they go from here with this.
12-3. It sounds like happiness to me.
It's insane. It's insane, man. Like, I still can't wrap my brain around it.
I want to point this out as well. when Rob comes back, yeah, the spacing will change, but Rob is more than capable of being a perimeter, like 5'8" big man because of that passing, right? It'd be completely different if Rob couldn't pass or he wasn't a good screener. But what we saw last season was Rob's great at screening and he times his slips really well, right? So he'll set a screen before that contact happens, boom, he's off to the rim, and you've just got that over the top pass. And you just throw it up there, go and get it, Rob. You know, it's in the air. That's your job. Put the Jets on. Go do your thing. We're seeing at the minute that the Celtics have kind of moved away from Derek White in that starting five, and they're kind of running with Grant Williams there, right? Could we see Horford move to the bench to take some pressure off his legs? And then it's Grant Williams and Robert Williams as your starting 4 and 5. Grant Williams has always been projected as the long-term Horford replacement. He's another guy that's having just a breakout year for the second year running. That dude went on the strong side corner, fake dribble handoff with Derrick Rose, pound dribble, 1 step back, step 3, and it drained. Dude, do you understand like how much I love that possession? We wouldn't have seen that off Grant last year, scoring off the dribble. No, you was a catch and shoot guy, and that was your role. Catch the ball and shoot. Now, off the dribble. You want to attack the rim? Fine. I'll either post you up and drop step around you, or I'm going to hit the floater over you. I feel like Joe Mazzulla, what he's done is empowered everybody to play their game, you know? But with Rob coming back, I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue spacing-wise, because he might just put Rob as the rip screener, or he might ask Rob to be the cross screener and cross actions, which the Celtics have been running. So I'm not too worried there. I do think that the rebounding will probably get better and the defensive rating will just skyrocket because Rob Williams.